Okay, let's try another example of hypothesis testing. And let's see what we can make out of what's given in for here, and then we'll decide what we're doing. According to a study of U.S. homes that use heating equipment, the mean indoor temperature at night during winter is 68.3 degrees Fahrenheit. You think this information is incorrect. You randomly select 25 U.S. homes that use heating equipment in the winter and find the mean indoor temperature is 67.2 degrees Fahrenheit. From past studies, population standard deviation is known to be 3.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and the population is normally distributed. Is there enough evidence to support your claim at alpha equals 0.05? Use a p-value. Okay, so let's go back. The data, the study, the mean indoor temperature at night in winter is 68.3 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, and you think that's incorrect. So you're actually saying that mu is not 68.3. That's your claim. Okay. You randomly select 25 US homes. N is 25. That's a sample size. And you find the mean, so from that sample, you find the sample mean to be 67.2. The population standard deviation, sigma, is known to be 3.5. The population is normally distributed, and can you support the claim at alpha equals 0.05? Okay, we've amassed our information there. Let's start building the hypothesis test and working it out. Okay, we need to verify that everything is good for a z-test here. So the first thing, hold on. So the first thing here, we'd want to say that, okay, please excuse the technical difficulties. We'd want to say that sigma is known, and we do know that because that was given. All right, the sample is random. Yes, that was stated. And either we need the population normally distributed or we need a big enough sample size. But we were told that the population was normally distributed, so we're okay. All of this means that yes, we have everything needed for a z-test. All right, the hypotheses, H naught and H sub A. So let's go back and see what was stated there. Mu not equal to 68.3 was the claim. So that mu not equal to 68.3, since it does not have the equals in there, must again be the alternative. Mu equals 68.3 must be the null hypothesis, H naught, and this was our claim, right, as we found in the text before. So one thing I can already point out is, remember with mu not equal to 68.3 in the alternative, we look to the alternative to figure out what type it is. And I already know that this must be two-tailed because the equals not equals to is a two-tailed. All right, so the significance, alpha, was given to be 0.05. And then let's get z. All right, so z again is x bar minus mu over sigma over the square root of n. That would be 67.2 that we said before, minus 68.3, that's mu, over 3.5 over square root of 25. Crank this out, and I get approximately negative 1.57. All right, so there's my z-score that I'm going to use to figure out my area and hence my probability. Okay, so again, we decided that this was a two-tail, meaning we have these two equal tails here coming off that z of negative 1.57 and hence 1.57 over there. So I need to find one of these things. Easiest to find this area here directly from the function. So I'll go ahead and find this area, and then remember we have to double it. All right, negative 1.57. All right. So equals, oops, norm dot sdist negative 1.57 true 0.0582. Oh boy, that keeps happening. 0.0582. All right. So that's the area there, but remember the total area is going to have to be twice that, so twice 0.0582 or 0.1164. That total area is what our P is. Okay, so now that we have the p-value, we can do the decision. The decision is when we compare p with alpha. All right, so remember, alpha was 0.05. So we're using, oh boy, we're comparing 0.1164 to 0.05, the p with the alpha. Now 0.1164 is definitely greater than 0.05. So what does that mean? I had the p greater than alpha. That means I fail to reject H0. I only reject H0 if p is less than alpha. Here it was greater than alpha. I fail to reject H0. Okay, now I need to make my interpretation. Am I in a support mode or a rejection mode? I go back. Where was my claim? My claim, again, in this case, was in the alternative. The claim in the alternative is a support mode. Okay, so we're in support mode. So now we decide. Our claim is in the alternative, being in the support mode. We failed to reject H0. So that means there is not enough evidence at 5% significance to support the claim. All right. Because we failed to reject H0, there was not enough evidence to support the claim, being that we were in a support mode. There's my final interpretation.